Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to my summer jewelry live show here on both Instagram and YouTube, streaming simultaneously. Hi. Oh, hi, Cassia. I'm so glad you're excited. Me too. Yes, for those of you who might be newer, I'm Kelly Morgan of Kelly Morgan Jewelry. I founded my company in 2005 after apprenticing with a master goldsmith in Florence, Italy, and a Cherokee medicine man in Montana, which is why my jewelry is such a unique blend of the Italian artisan methods, but also storytelling and mythology. I always love to bring that into every piece I make. I make everything with my own two hands here, and I use a traditional jeweler's saw and a flame torch, just like jewelers have been using for thousands of years. So it is all completely handmade. And I mostly use 18 karat gold and sterling silver, though sometimes I do use a little bit of 22 karat gold. And various gemstones as well. So let me know if you can hear me okay and if you can see everything okay. We did a couple of tests. Everything seemed to be going really well, but I always value your opinion. This is Christian, my partner, who is going to be helping us with any technical problems we have. So please let me know if there are any problems that pop up. And this is our time to chat. So feel free to ask questions during the stream or comment. I love hearing your guys' responses. And basically tonight we are going to be doing a live show format where I'm going to show you my 3 trays of 10 necklaces each. So 30 necklaces total. Many are completely brand new designs that have not been seen anywhere else. And then some are very new, just back from June. And then I mixed in some classics, as I always do. So we will have 30 necklaces to share. I'll talk about their stories and their mythology, their stones, and of course their pricing. We do have some special show pricing tonight. I always like to put in a little bit of exclusive specials as a thank you for following me on social media. So you will get a few prices you can't get anywhere else. And as always, once I say the price of any piece, it is available for sale. So all you do is just type in sold and the name of the piece, and whoever comments first gets that piece. So I'm so excited. All right, let me see. Everything looks good. Everything looks good, Christian. I'm getting a YouTube poor error. Use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less, but hopefully that's fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good. Okay, great. Well, without further ado, I am going to show you the necklaces we have in store tonight. So starting with tray 1, which has most of the new pieces, we have the Selkie Maiden, the Song of the Seals, Roar of the Tiger, the Starry Orcas, the Art Nouveau Hummingbird, the Star Drops piece, the Dreaming Whale, the Cathedral Window, the Dreaming Moon Window, and Rhiannon, the Celtic goddess of magic and horses. And then tray 2, we have Tinuviel, the Elf Maiden, Beauty and the Beast, the Cosmic Whale, the Purple Rabbit, the Celtic unicorns on top there, and then the Queen of Hearts on the bottom, Pele, the Hawaiian goddess, the Crowned Cat, Artemis, the goddess of animals, and the Book Lover. And then finally on tray 3, we have Circe, the sorceress, the Lady of the Lake, Lady Liberty, Calliope, the goddess of muses and inspiration, Odette, the Swan Princess on top, and then the black swans beneath her, the masterpiece Kuan Yin, goddess of compassion and mercy, the Luna Moth, the mermaid, and finally the Bluebell fairy. So those are all the pieces I have in store for you tonight. And as always, if you have any questions, be sure to let me know. I think I can see the chat on both. I'm just gonna slightly move this so I can see YouTube better. So we have a good evening, a rose on the grave. I think that's Autumn Rose, if I'm not mistaken. I think you might be on both Instagram and YouTube, which is smart. So you can make sure you're on the best video for the job. So, all right. Well, we are going to start with our first Selkie maiden. Let me zoom into her here. So yes, this is my first Selkie piece that I have made. Selkies are very popular and well known in Celtic mythology, as the protectors of the sea. And of course, they have that classic, fairy tale mythology where if they shed their seal skin and it's hidden from them, then they remain in human form and they have to find their seal skin, to go home again. So I've had a lot of requests for Selkies over the years, and it was such a struggle because they're not like mermaids. They are they're very difficult to get the proportions and the tail right. I was like, should I make her all seal, like in a seal hood? And then I finally realized, I'm like, okay, so she needs to be with a seal. She needs to be wearing at least half of a seal skin. And yeah, it just finally came together. So her little seal friend is playing with her in the golden kelp. And then on the back here, we have this beautiful opalized petrified wood. So this is a stone that has been around for millions of years and is actually originally a piece of petrified wood, but it opalized over time into these beautiful kind of green and teal colors. And then of course to match, I have these blue tourmaline beads, which are basically a perfect color match. So I kind of lucked out there. I have the Roar of the Tiger piece on, but I will put this piece on, the Selkie, so you can see the proportions, and I will play her video. Here she is out in the beautiful sunlight. I always like to add videos of them in the sunlight so you can really see what the stone looks like out in the sun. And you can see it's that really beautiful, rich teal color of the opalized petrified wood there. I do have a special for my Selkie. Selkie maiden would normally be $19.90, but tonight she is going to be $1,700 with layaway at $425 a month. I do have some really good show specials on the newer pieces. I think most of the newer pieces are $19.90 or less for the brand new pieces. Since I wanted to put them at a reasonable price point. So that is my first Selkie piece. And then following it up, we have, this back in the camera here, we have the Song of the Seals. And I basically wanted to do one that was all seals. And of course, they're cavorting through the little golden kelp. And this one I put in a little mystic topaz accent stone, which you can see shimmering purple and green here. And the seals represent emotional intuition, emotional connection. They are very in tune with the water element, which if we have any water element zodiac signs out there like Pisces and gosh, I'm blanking on other water signs, but yes, you know that water is very connected with the intuition and our inner voice. So seals are a wonderful little talisman of that. And these ones are on this beautiful moss agate, which it just looked exactly like a kelp forest. Like you can really see the kelp like forming in the ocean floor there. And then it has a little crystal druzy pocket on the back there. And then this one I beaded with matching moss agates in those beautiful sort of soft gradiated tones. And I will try this one on for you so you can see it's pretty similar in size to the Selkie maiden. I didn't really make them as exactly a set, but I made them together, so they ended up being like a similar size. Here are our seals out in the beautiful sunlight. You can really see how gorgeous that moss agate is, and the mystic topaz on the front really shimmers green in the sunlight. And there's that, like, it so reminds me of like a kelp forest on the back for that particular piece. Okay, let's try our seals on. I do have a show special for these as well. These would also normally be 1990 for our Song of the Seals, but tonight they are going to be 1600 with layaway at 400. And that does include the chain as well. So that one does, both that one and the Selkie Maiden come with the beaded chain too. So those are our first. We sort of almost have an ocean theme tonight. I'm about to do the tiger, so that will sort of completely belay that. But there was a lot of ocean pieces. Oh, where are you seeing that? Oh, that's is that? I think that's Danica or Danica, Expedition Doctor. Seals sold! Yay! Round of virtual applause for our first patron of the arts tonight. We have our beautiful Song of the Seals, and let me go back to my screen. And it's Danica, right? I realize I've been saying Danica for a while, but then I heard you pronounce it Danica, so you need to let me know which it is because I don't want to mispronounce your name. Yes, if you can go to my kellymorgan.com/thank you little invoice form and just fill that out for me, then we will get you your beautiful seal piece. All right, let me put this one aside. And then next up, we have our Roar of the Tiger. Now, I have done a tiger piece before. I did the golden tiger, but yes, Danica. Okay, Danica. Great. I was putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable. So thank you for letting me know. Okay, zooming in. So this is a more sort of classic Asian inspired tiger. This one is, again, like my previous tiger, made with Makume Gane, which is, it's really hard to see. Let me see how close I can get this. It's a technique that is made by folding bronze and silver together. And I made a sheet when I was studying abroad in England and learned how to create some. And I'm basically pretty much out at this point, but I wanted to make a few more animals with it before my handmade sheet finally gets used up. But it's such a perfect metal for tigers or anything that has sort of like orangey striping, which was great. And of course, tigers are representative of very much inner strength, your inner power. This is a really great piece if you want to channel your inner strength. If you are going to a difficult meeting or going to have a difficult conversation, the tiger is great energy for that. And then this one is on this beautiful, this is a orange agate. And you can see it sort of gradiates from this like more golden orange down to this dark orange with a giant little crystal druzy in the middle there, which I thought was just perfect for the tiger because then you get the brighter orange all the way down to the darker orange. And then I paired it with these beautiful hessonite garnets in that really light shade of kind of golden amber to pick up on the colors at the top here. And let me try this one on for you while I play the video. Let's see. There's our tiger out in the sunlight. It's a bigger piece. It's definitely like a longer piece. So I could get all the detail in. And I actually patinaed his stripes black too. So he's got that orange Makume Gane and then the black stripes going on as well. So here's our tiger. He's very long. He's not very wide. But yeah, one of my longer pieces. This one I do have a show special. He would normally be 2,300, but tonight he is going to be 1990 with layaway at 498, which is a really good price. I was really debating between keeping this one at doing the show special at 2,200 versus 1990, but someone could get a really good bargain before I changed my mind on how much work that tiger piece was. But I really enjoyed doing all the little stripes, which I sawed out individually by hand. So that was fun. Okay. Oh, sold Roar. We have a rose on the grave. Yay. Hi, Ada. I thought you might like this piece. It is really unique and very, very gorgeous colors. So yay, round of applause for our second patron of the arts. We deeply appreciate you at Kelly Morgan Jewelry. I'm so glad it's going to a new home because I love this piece. If you can go to kellymorgan.com/thank you and fill out your form. I think these garnets, these hessonite garnets, are a new color for you. So they might actually match some of your other pieces too. It's a really, I need to get more of these. This was my last strand because it's a very unusual color, but it just matches with a lot of stuff. So, all right, we will put Roar aside, and then we will move to our smaller pieces. And someone is asking, my first time here. Yes, the price is in American dollars. I make everything by hand from precious sterling silver and 18 karat gold. And I do offer layaway plans, which I will say as we go through each piece. So next up, we have some two very small pieces. I'll put them next to each other so you can see for a second. We have the Starry Orcas and the Art Nouveau Hummingbird. The orcas are actually, let me put this in, they are patinaed black, just like real orcas with, I've used 22 karat gold stars on them. And orcas symbolize family and connection. So I decided to do a mother orca and a little baby orca. So this is for all my people who value family and connection. Orcas are always really loyal and seen in family pods. So I wanted to do two little guys together. And then on the back, this is called a Shattuckite cabochon, and it's this really bright blue, which is just gorgeous. Almost little like, I don't know, little tiny like waves of darker blue in there coming through. And then you can see on the front here, it really looks like the ocean or like even the world, like they're jumping over the world because it's got such bright colors. And then here we have a matching chrysocolla, see if I can hold that better. Matching chrysocolla chain, which the gradiated colors perfectly match our Shattuckite cabochon. And then let me try this one on so you can see how tiny it is. It's very small. Here we go. Very small. I did an orca once before, the stained glass orca, but that was a really big piece. So I thought I would do a little tiny ocean piece. This might be my smallest ocean piece I've ever done. So this one's called Starry Orcas. Normally it would be $1,700, and then tonight it is $1,500 with layaway at $375 a month. And then let me play you the orcas out in the sun. Here they are out in the sunlight. You can see how much that Shattuckite stone is just like this beautiful color. I just found a source for it, so I'm hoping to get a few more stones in that beautiful bright color because it's so oceanic and like reminds me of the sea. All right, and then next up in tiny little pieces, we have the Art Nouveau Hummingbird. Let me zoom in on this one because it's quite small. And this one is called a ice blue dahlia turquoise. So it has that beautiful blue and then a little bit of veining of copper in it. And then on the front, we have our little Art Nouveau hummingbird. It took me forever to make those tiny little swirls. They're very delicate. And then a little star to symbolize good luck and good fortune, because hummingbirds are just these magical little birds that are full of luck and joy and good fortune. I know a lot of my clients have told me that it was often a relative's favorite little animal. And then when the hummingbird comes and visits them, they feel like their loved one is visiting them. So I feel like there's a really strong connection for family and just, yeah, like a spiritual connection. Let me try this one on. Also very small. You can see a little bit smaller than the orcas. But not by much. And while I'm trying it on, I will play the video. Here it is out in the sun with that really gorgeous ice blue dahlia turquoise. And then I beaded it with turquoise for the beads to match as well. So it is all turquoise. And this one I do have a show special. Art Nouveau Hummingbird would normally be $1,400, but tonight it is $1,200 with layaway at $400 a month. And this one, oops, I'm on the wrong camera. There we go. If you want to upgrade to the gemstone chain, that's $145 or $125, but otherwise it comes with a sterling silver chain. Whereas the orcas do come with their little chrysocolla chain. So this is one, $1,200 with the show special, but if you want to upgrade to the gemstone chain, it would be $125. Okay, let me grab. Next up, we have a couple very dreamy, starry pieces. We have, let me go zoom in here. This one is my Star Drops piece. And this one is a magical little potion bottle, which is formed around this gorgeous labradorite stone. Let me zoom in there. Yeah, it's very flashy, sort of blue up top and then like a golden pool, like the little starlight that it has inside of it. And this one has golden stars. I use 18 and 22 karat gold to form all the tiny little stars. And the meaning behind it is that you have a little magic elixir of star drops that you carry around with you. So you can wish upon a star or manifest whatever your dreams are with your little portable potion bottle. So this was a really fun piece to make. I have been making a few of the potion bottles, but this one is very like Art Nouveau style. And then I put the bail on the back here rather than I usually put the bail at the top, but I wanted it hidden so it looks like the labradorite chain is just sort of magically hovering behind it. And let me put this one on so you can see. That one is, very long compared to our tiny little hummingbird, but this piece is actually a little bit small. It's just the hummingbird is so tiny. Let me play this one in the sun because you can really see the labradorite flash. There's those beautiful, beautiful blue-green colors. And this one, I do have a show special. The Star Drops would normally be $2,600 because they have so much gold and detail. But tonight they are $2,400 and their layaway would be $480 a month for our Star Drop potion, which does include the labradorite chain as well. C Squared is offering, how can we order from you here? Yes. So if you're new, I'm basically taking you through every single piece live. And we have Star Drops sold. Yay. I'm so glad, Danica. I know you want this for your wedding vows, and it's going to be so perfect as a little magical genie bottle. So yay, I'm so glad. Round of applause for our patron of the arts. She has claimed our seals and our potion bottle. So if you could fill out another invoice, Danica, that would be great. kellymorgan.com/thank you, just so I can keep track of everything. So, and these labradorites are going to be great, I think, because they're extra sparkly. So I think you're going to really like those. So yes, in order to buy a piece as we're demonstrating, all you need to do once I've said the price of the piece is just say sold and the name of the piece. And then you go to my little website here, kellymorgan.com/thank you. You fill out your shipping info and I will send you an invoice either during or after the show. So very easy. I do offer show specials all night long and layaway plans on all the shows. So that's the nice part about coming to the shows is that you get to see kind of all the stories and see it live. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. Moving on to another kind of celestial piece. This one is our Dreaming Whale. Let's see. I feel like I need to turn up the camera brightness a little bit. Is that? Oop, that's too bright. Okay. How do I turn up the camera saturation, Christian? Because this is not saturated enough.
Great. So we'll just go to
Q.
Here you go. Yep.
Okay.
And then there. And then
okay.
nope.
You
there.
Great. Okay. And then I
And
just
you
turn
only have
it.
one more.
I have one more option.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Perfect. That looks great. Okay, so our dreaming whale also on a beautiful piece of labradorite. This one, oh, there it goes. Yeah, very flashy. It is golden and blue and green.
Hummingbird sold.
Oh, hummingbird sold. Wonderful. Well, let me come back to my screen, and here is our invoice screen, kellymorgan.com/thank you, where you can give us your information and shipping. So yay, round of applause for C Squared, whose YouTube name I don't recognize. So if I know you, let me know in the chat. Since we added YouTube a year ago, I recognize people's Instagrams because I've like come to get to know them, but it's harder with YouTube because I'm like, oh, I don't know who that is. But yay, thank you so much. I'm so excited. And let me know on the form for your hummingbird if you just want the hummingbird. And if you want it with a sterling silver chain, which it comes with, or if you want to upgrade to the gemstone chain, there's a little drop down menu and it'll say upgrade to gemstone chain. So either way is totally fine. And I'm also happy to show it with a sterling silver chain if you want to see. So yay. Oh, you're new. That's awesome. Yay. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of new followers from my Instagram reel that went viral. So welcome everyone who's new. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions during the show, because we definitely want to welcome our new people and actually my clients in the chat, you can help people out too if you know the answer, because there's a little bit of lag on when I see things to when I say things. So okay, so our beautiful dreaming whale here is the cosmic, about the sort of whale. He is flying through the sky with his little dreamy silver clouds and this beautiful moon and stars with this gorgeous piece of labradorite. And the whales are all about gentle protectors. So they are wonderful if you need the spirit of gentle protection, if you really want to feel sort of a gentle guardian strength, then whales are really wonderful for that. He is beaded with oh my gosh, why am I blue tourmaline? These beautiful blue tourmaline beads, which matched the labradorite perfectly. Like they matched the labradorite better than labradorite beading matched the labradorite, which I just thought was so crazy. I guess it's because this labradorite reads really green and teal to me. So yeah, I thought it looked better with the more colorful beads. So yeah, I really love this piece, Chandler. Thank you. Yeah, I was shocked that it didn't sell last show. I was like, people are going to be fighting over the whale. But it just goes to show, as the jeweler, I never know what's going to sell, and I can't predict it. So here is our dreaming whale with the beautiful blue tourmaline. I do have a show special. I'll play the video in the sun. This one is normally $2,400, but tonight it will be $2,200, which includes the chain and has layaway at $440. You can see that labradorite flashy out in the sun there. It's a very, even though it's not actually green, it reads as very green from a distance, even though it's more like blue and yellow. It's like somehow it just reads as green to me, but go figure. So that is our dreaming whale. And then we have two of my new window pieces that I have really been enjoying making. These ones, go ahead and zoom in. This one is our cathedral window. And this one is looking out onto the mountains from your cathedral balcony with the stars in the sky and a beautiful Sagenite agate on the back. This is a vintage piece from the 1970s that I've had for a really long time. And I never been quite sure what to use it with until I realized it looked exactly like a path, like a little path of snow through the mountains. And I was like, oh, I want to put it on this journey piece because it just reminds me so much of like Adventure Awaits or like, Lord of the Rings, like be careful when you step out your door, Bilbo, it's a dangerous business. So this piece just really reminds me of stepping out on an adventure. Probably a fantasy adventure, given that we're looking out of a cathedral window. So yeah, this is like our high fantasy adventure. And this one has a little hidden bail in the back because similar to the star drops, I thought it would be fun to have it sort of magically floating on the chain. And I did put it on a simple sterling silver chain. But if you wanted to have this beaded with probably matching labradorite or blue tourmaline, I would be happy to do that. It would be permanent because that little bail is so small that I can't slide a beaded chain in and out of it to create that little floating effect. So there was a slight cost to creating the floating effect, is that it will be permanently beaded. But if anyone wants it permanently beaded and not on the sterling silver chain, that's really easy to do. Let me play this one. Here it is out in the sunlight. You can really see the dark blue of that Sagenite agate coming through there. And then on the back, it looks exactly like a little path through the woods or through the mountains or through the snow. So you can start your journey with a little bit of inspiration. This one has a show special too. This would normally be $2,500, but tonight it is $2,300 with layaway at $460. And again, if you wanted to put it on a labradorite or the blue tourmaline, I would include that, no charge. I would just quickly rebead it for you. But again, it would be permanently in there. Okay. And then our other window, let me zoom in here. This one is I called the Dreaming Moon window. And this one is more about looking up into the stars in the sky from your night window and wishing on a magical star. And of course, I did put in second star to the right. So we have a little Neverland reference. And on the back is just this beautiful green moss twilight stone. It looks to me like the twilight of night with like these tiny little, even has its own little stars in the stone, the little dots, which I just thought was so magical and pairs so well with the blue tourmaline again. So this piece is about wishing on a star, looking up at the night sky, and having your adventures, hopefully, possibly in Neverland. As a kid, I was obsessed with Peter Pan, and I would like sneak and leave my window cracked like an inch just because I was so convinced that he would come and take me away to Neverland. But still waiting, alas. So here is our Dreaming Moon window. Let me play it out in the sun. Yeah, you can really see that green is such an unusual color of green. It's like almost a blue green, I guess, or a blue gray green maybe. It defies description, but it is a beautiful green moss agate. Oops, wrong camera. Here it is on. I do have a show special for this one, which is normally $2,700, since that little piece is a lot of saw work to create that frame. But tonight it is $2,500 and layaway is $500 a month. And that does include the blue tourmaline chain as well for our Dreaming Moon. Okay. We have one last piece for tray one, and then I will recap all the trays. So in case you came late, you will get to see all of the trays, and I will do a recap of the necklaces that we're sharing. So here is Rhiannon, our last piece on tray one. Rhiannon is a very famous Celtic goddess. She is the goddess of magic and horses and sorcery and transformation. So she is shown here with her horse companion. She has her golden cascading hair and her magical gown with a little diamond inlaid in her sleeve. And then her stone is this beautiful deep green, sort of almost like a forest jasper behind her, which reminded me of, her walking through the woods, sort of like an elf at night. And she also has these beautiful matching blue tourmaline beads. She is a great goddess if you're looking at calling in more magic, if you are a horse lover, or if you are a lover of Celtic mythology. I usually don't do too many Celtic Celtic mythology ones because they're a little harder to depict. But tonight I have both Rhiannon and the Selkies, which is really fun. So here is Rhiannon in the shield shape that I sometimes do, just as a little extra protection. And let me play her video. Let's see. Here she is outside. You can really see that beautiful forest green jasper on the back there. And there it is, flashing sort of that one's very similar to the Dreaming Moonstone. It's like this sort of gray, dark green color, really beautiful. I do have a show special for her. I usually do have show specials on all of the new pieces because I like to give people a chance at them. The later trays have fewer show specials, so I know it sounds like everything is a show special. Just the new pieces. So Rhiannon would normally be $2,800, but tonight she's $25, and then her layaway is $500. And then she does come with her beaded blue tourmaline gemstone chain as well. So those are all of our pieces from tray 1. Are you gonna?
Sure.
Thank you. Kind of trapped in my chair here, so Christian will help me. And let me do a quick recap so we can go over, if you joined a little bit late and didn't get to see the original stones or pieces, let me show them to you now. And basically, quick recap. I am Kelly Morgan of Kelly Morgan Jewelry. I make everything here myself. And tonight we're talking about 30 pieces. We already talked about 10, but we have another 2 trays to go through. And at any point, you can buy them live. So feel free to always ask any questions in the chat. Questions and comments welcome. So tray 1, which we have already gone through, we still have the Selkie Maiden. The Song of the Seals is sold. The Roar of the Tiger is sold. We still have the Starry Orcas. The Hummingbird is sold, and the Star Drops are sold. We still have the Dreaming Whale. We still have the Cathedral Window, and we still have the Dreaming Moon Window, and Rhiannon, the Celtic goddess of magic and horses. And we're about to go into tray 2, where we will talk about Tinuviel, the Elf Maiden, Beauty from Beauty and the Beast, the Cosmic Whale, the Purple Rabbit, the Celtic Unicorns, the Queen of Hearts, Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of passion and volcanoes, the Crowned Cat, Artemis, the goddess of animals, and the Book Lover. And then eventually we will talk about tray 3 with Circe the Sorceress, the Lady of the Lake, Lady Liberty, Calliope the Muse, Odette the Swan Princess on the top with the black swans beneath her, the masterpiece Kuan Yin, who's the goddess of mercy and compassion, the Luna Moth, the Ocean Glass Mermaid, and the Bluebell Fairy. So those are the pieces that we are about to go through. Let's start with Tinuviel. If I have any Lord of the Rings fans here, she is the elf maiden from the Silmarillion, which was based on a lot of Norse mythology. So she had a classic quest where she fell in love with a mortal. Her father forbade them to marry unless they completed a series of impossible tasks. And of course, she did most of the work because she was very resourceful. And so she is shown here with her silver bow and her crescent moon, with her starry gown. She's a little bit of a leather gauntlet there as she prepares to create her love out of the impossible tasks that she does. So she is set on this beautiful rose jasper on the back here. Doesn't want to focus. There it goes. With matching garnets for the beads. And she is just a wonderful piece if you love fantasy, if you love impossible quests and classic mythology, and if you love strong, badass elf ladies, like I very much do. She has a lot of detail. So she is normally priced at $3,200. But tonight she is $2,950, and then her layaway would be $492 a month. And she does include that very sparkly garnet chain there as we move in the light. I'm like, ooh, that is a very sparkly garnet chain. And let me play her video out in the sunlight so you can see. There you go. You can see her gold really matches or really pops against the rose jasper there, which almost has like a purplish tone outdoors. It's sort of like a combination of red and purple for that one. So that is Tinuvial, our elf maiden. And continuing in the fantasy fairy tale genre, we have Beauty from Beauty and the Beast, the classic French fairy tale. She is covered in golden roses here with a beautiful golden labradorite behind her. This one pretty much just flashes gold with a little bit of green at the top. But I thought that was perfect with those beautiful golden roses. And of course, this is the fairy tale that teaches us to accept and love people as they are. And once we do that, the true transformation occurs. And I think that really also applies to ourselves as well. Not just, I know it's a romantic tale in the original fairy tale, but it also feels very much like it works for self-love as well. Like once you truly learn to see and accept all the parts of yourself, then that is when you find peace and love for all of you. So yes, she is one of my favorite fairy tales. And I love doing this piece because her face is really special. It's probably the biggest face that I do. So I really get to go in with the details, and I'm really happy with how her expression came out. So here is Beauty. She's normally quite a bit bigger than this. This one I sort of made like a mini version of her, because occasionally I've made her and she's been like this big. So this is a slightly smaller version of Beauty. She is 2,400, and then her layaway is 480. Let me show you out in the sunlight. You can really see how golden that labradorite is with the beautiful golden roses. And then on the back, yeah, it just flashes that really beautiful gold tone. It's like so bright gold. It's crazy. All right, so that was our Beauty. Next up, we have the Cosmic Whale. And this piece is a little bit different than my Dreaming Whale. This one shows our whale swimming through the ocean, which is a beautiful lapis. And look at this. This color is so vivid. It's just crazy. It's like this bright electric blue. And then on the front, it has all these little tiny bits of pyrite. Those are the golden flecks. And you always want to look for that in lapis because it means the lapis is natural and not dyed. If you ever find lapis that's just straight blue with no little gold flecks in it, it's probably not real lapis. So that is a pro tip. And then our little whale has little stars and moons as it is diving through the night sky there. And again, whales are the gentle giant protector energy. So they have this wonderful sort of protection and guardians of the ocean vibe. So this is great if you need a little extra protection energy. They're also considered the memory keepers of the sea because of their whale song. So they would pass songs down from generation to generation. So they are wonderful pieces for protection and remembrance. And then this one is strung on lapis. Our whale tonight, the Cosmic Whale, is 1,400 with layaway at 467 a month. And this whale, once I sell this exact piece, this one will be going up to 1,600 for the next one I make, just because this is one of my more classic designs and I haven't raised a lot of those in a long time. So a few of these tonight, I'll let you know if it's going up. But the good news is I still have one at the regular price of 1,400. And this one comes with the lapis chain as well. Let me play the video. Here it is out in the sun. So, lapis is a typical Chilean gem. Yeah, I'm not sure where this particular piece came from, but it may well be Chile. I've gotten some from Afghanistan before, is another purveyor of them. But yeah, I love lapis, especially these beads are very faceted, so they're very, very sparkly. Okay, next up, we have our purple rabbit. And this piece features our little rabbit. He actually has little etched fur that I hand etched myself. So he has a little bit of texture to him with some golden flowers and then the Art Nouveau swirl in the background there. And he is on this beautiful purple jasper with matching amethyst beading. And rabbits, of course, symbolize abundance, prosperity, just like fortune, good luck. They're just wonderful emblems for manifesting abundance and good luck as well. And so this one is quite small, not quite as small as the hummingbird and the starry orcas, but still one of my smaller pieces. And he is, let's see, our rabbit is 1,200 with layaway at 400. And he normally comes with a sterling silver chain. So if you wanted to upgrade to the amethyst gemstones, that would be 125. But otherwise, he does come with a sterling silver chain. And I will play, let's see, there he is out in the sun. I actually got some purple flowers behind him, which was perfect to pick up the purple jasper. Our little good luck token on that beautiful purple jasper there. I really love this design because it has a very like Art Nouveau feel to it while still featuring our rabbit friend. So that was when I first introduced this design. It was like a crazy stampede. Everyone was like, rabbits, yay. I hadn't done a rabbit piece before then. So it was my first rabbit and everyone was very excited. So I am glad that I found a design that I think perfectly showcases the rabbit. Okay, and speaking of Art Nouveau, next up we have a very Art Nouveau Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, if anyone is a fan. She is shown here with her beautiful ball gown with actually some rose gold hearts. They're rose gold, 22 karat, rose gold again, and 18 karat. And I usually don't use rose gold, but I thought it would be just perfect in this piece because it really matches this gorgeous piece of poppy jasper, which looks exactly to me like red roses being painted white or white roses being painted red. And so I thought that was the perfect stone, and the rose gold was the perfect accent. And to me, the Queen of Hearts is all about love and all forms of love, whether that's self-love or friendship or romantic love. She is just a wonderful celebration of the power of love against all else. So I really wanted to create a piece both for Alice in Wonderland and for commemorating that. She is on a very sparkly garnet chain. Try her on while I play her video outside. Let's see, Queen of Hearts, there she is. Yeah, you can see how fun that rose gold little accent is and how much it picks up the poppy jasper. And then that gorgeous poppy jasper on the back, which is just such a stunning stone. It's really, really unique. I don't have too many poppy jasper pieces, but I do have a few. So I've been kind of hoarding them for like perfectly thematic pieces, which doesn't get much better than actual roses. I mean, it really looks like it's not actual roses, but it really looks like, yeah, she's painting the roses red. So, oh, I forgot to say her price. She does have a show special. Oh my gosh. She's not on here. Did I just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Uh-oh. I think I forgot to put some pieces on the list. That's okay. Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts is not on here.
Is not on here. Yes.
Do you want me to look at your old
No, I remember. So she's normally 2,800 because of all the little detail and all the gold hearts. But the show special was a good one. It was 2,500, as I recall.
Yes.
And if I'm wrong, then somebody gets a bonus. 2,500 with the layaway at 500 for Queen of Hearts. And then, yeah, I think I messed up on the mirror Celtic unicorns. I think they're also not on there,
Okay. I'll look that up for you.
which are up next. So Oops. I try, but I don't get everything perfectly. Yes, so we have these are my mirror Celtic unicorns. We have the Celtic harp up at the top. We have a lot of Celtic pieces tonight, which is very unusual. So something a little different. We have our little golden unicorns on either side. This is a mother of pearl piece in the center with a little diamond at the bottom there. And when we flip it over, we have our beautiful Celtic knot on the back so you can see through to the mother of pearl behind it. And then, of course, matching opalites for the gem strand, which I feel like really well match the mother of pearl there. They're very shimmery. And sort of opalescent almost. They're not actually opals, but they are opalite, which is I think it's just the material of the opals that isn't deemed colorful enough to make the original opals. But I thought it was just so perfect for picking up the mother of pearl. Boy, this camera does not want to focus tonight. I'm like fighting it to death. It's okay. So for me, unicorns are symbols of joy and innocence and just really remind us of when we were kids and we were just very like we have that sense of childlike wonder. And seeing a unicorn appear would certainly have set off a sense of childlike wonder and magic for me. So I just make them now to remind other people of their own sense of wonder and to tap back into that. So this piece is solid sterling silver, and then the entire front layer is solid gold. Even
I looked it up.
and you're
it's
looking
the
up the
same as
price. Yes, I think it is the same. And then the bezel set there is solid 24 karat gold. So there's a lot of gold on this piece, but I do have a good show special for it. It would normally be 2,900 with all of the gold and the diamond, but tonight it is 2,500 with layaway at 500 a month. So that is our super show special for our Celtic unicorns. And let me play them. Here they are out in the sun. I put them on a golden chain when I filmed this. But they also go great with the opalite chain as well, which does come with it. And then you see that beautiful Celtic knot on the back, which symbolizes eternal love because the Celtic knot itself is unbroken. So here are our Celtic unicorns on, kind of a different shape. They're a little similar to our black swans, which I will show on tray 3 because I like to have sort of horizontal pieces, not have just everything be completely vertical. So, all right, moving on to our goddess Pele. She is the goddess of Hawaii and also the goddess of volcanoes and fire and dance. She is a wonderful goddess of passion, really. And then on the back, I could not remember the name of the stone. I was on the phone with a client the other day and I just blanked, but it's morrisonite jasper. It's this really rare jasper that's hard. It's basically impossible to get now. But I have a vintage piece. So lucky me. I thought it was perfect because it kind of reminded me, like, doesn't it look like actual volcanoes in Hawaii? Like it looks like sort of the tears of the petrified lava and like the mountains. I just thought it was so perfect for our volcano lava Pele. And then she has a citrine at the top here, and then this beautiful smoky quartz for her matching beading. So, oh hey Jennifer, you made it temporarily in internet land. Yay! We already did tray 1. We're in the middle of tray 2. But if you have very limited time in internet land, let me know if there was any particular piece you were interested in, and I can quickly go over it. But if you're going to be on, I will probably get through our next tray and a half in about 30 minutes. So if you have 30 minutes, then great. Here's, we were just talking about Pele. Here she is on. Pele is one of my classic designs that I've been doing for a little while now. And here is her necklace out in the sun. with the beautiful golden tones of that gorgeous Morrisonite jasper there. I don't think I've ever done her in these tones before, but it just seemed like a natural fit for the mountains of Hawaii. She is priced at $1,400, and her layaway is at $467. And she is a piece that is going to be going up, actually pretty steadily, because she was massively underpriced originally. She's a lot of work to do the face where it's like looking at you full on. So the next Pele is going to be $1,600, and the next Pele after that is going to go to $1,800, and the next Pele after that is going to go to $1,990, because I'm trying to get her. If I made this piece right now, she would be $1,990. So yeah, she's $1,400 now. And she will be slowly ratcheting up to keep pace with my current pricing. Not sure how long we'll be connected. The orcas are still available, actually. Our Starry Night orcas, they were called, and I'll play their video real quick for you. And orcas are all about connection and family. So I showed the mother orca with her little baby orca. I patinaed both of them. So they're actually black and silver, just like real orcas. And then this is a Shattuckite stone on the back with that really bright blue, gorgeous teal color. And let me give you the show special real quick. It was, okay, I have a good show special. They were normally $1,700, but they're $1,500 for a show special with $375 for the layaway. And they do come with the matching chrysocolla chain. So that's my very quick rundown on the orcas. But I can, if you're able to stay on longer, I can revisit them at the end. Oh yes, they're very small.
Here, do you want to?
Yeah. Okay, don't throw your jewelry, kids. Yes, they're very small. Here's our tiny little wee orcas. So there's our little orcas. Is Rhiannon sold? Rhiannon is still available as well. From the first tray, we have a few of the new designs left. And let me just play. Sorry, guys. Normally, I don't break and go back. But some of my clients have really limited internet tonight, so I wanted to quickly let them see. Yes, this is our Rhiannon. She is the Celtic goddess of magic and sorcery and transformation and horses. And she is on that beautiful twilight green jasper on the back there with matching tourmaline beads. And she is a wonderful goddess if you, as I was saying earlier, if you love magic, if you love horses, and if you love Celtic mythology. And she has a show special. She's a good show special. She's normally $2,800. And then her show special would be $2,500 with layaway at $500 for Rhiannon. So yes, there she is. Yeah, Glacier Park. I would assume they don't have good Wi-Fi there, because you're not really there to play on your phone, although I'm sure it would be very tempting. Okay, so back to our other pieces. We have the crowned cat. Oh, and I guess one thing I should mention for new people is that anytime after I've said the price of any piece, you can buy it at any time. So just because like something didn't sell on the first tray, if mid-second tray you're like, you know what, I really did want Rhiannon, you can say it at any time once the price has been said. So, and speaking of sold orcas, yay! Oh, I'm so glad, Jennifer. I think you are going to love that piece, and I know you have a deep connection with your family. So I think this will be a really sweet piece, and it's very tiny and wee. And I actually don't think you have a little tiny chrysocolla chain, which might go with some of your other pieces as well. So yay. Thank you so much. If you can fill out my invoice form at kellymorgan.com/thank you, we can get you back to Glacier National Park, which is maybe more interesting than my jewelry live show. I don't know. We'll have to see. Someone is asking how much, but I think they might be a bot. I'm not sure. I do say the pricing with every piece. So, oh, hi, Ash. Is the Selkie still available? Yes, we do still have the Selkie Maiden. Let me play her video for you. My very first Selkie. Here she is with her seal companion in the golden kelp. And she is set on this gorgeous petrified opalized wood, opalized petrified wood. So it once was a piece of wood that has opalized over the years into that beautiful green and teal coloring. And then, of course, selkies are from Celtic mythology, and their classic story is that if they don't have their seal skin, they can't return to the water. So many a love story has been told of selkies who stayed on land and had children, and then one day they found their seal skin and disappeared back into the waves because they are all about freedom and kind of a wild heart that can't be tamed. I've always wanted to do one, so I was really excited. We do have a good show special for that one. Selkie Maiden is normally $19.90, but tonight she is $1,700, and then her layaway is $425, and she comes with the blue tourmaline chain as well. So that is our Selkie Maiden. So yes, we can figure out the chain when I can chat better. Yes, no problem. You can always message me. Okay, so that was our quick recap of some of our new pieces. If you joined a bit late, and then next up we have our crowned cat. This one is a piece of our little cat. He's wandering through the woods. He's got the little, this one's a tiny little bit tarot based. I snuck in a wand as the tree branch there. And then the crown is symbolic of pentacles. So the sunflower is symbolic of the cups. And then we have a little bit of sword energy with this really dramatic jasper in the back. So I made our crowned cat a tiny bit tarot influenced. Oh, and Selkie sold from Ash on YouTube. Yay! I'm so glad. I thought you might need that one. I know you've always been like, I need a Selkie. So great suggestion. I finally figured out how to make it work. And if you can fill out your form at kellymorgan.com/thank-you, that would be great. And she does come with the blue tourmaline chain. I think you have one with your midnight owl, but this one has a slightly different hue, so you actually might be able to switch them back and forth, which would be really fun. So yay, round of applause for our patron of the arts. I'm so glad you guys are liking the new pieces, so that is great. Okay, and then are you getting everyone's form, Kristen? Do I need to make a call? If you guys can get your form in, we can send you an invoice during the show.
It's only Danica. So.
Danica, okay, yeah, she knows. We know where you lived in.
Yeah, but everybody else
You live on the ocean. I think she was just here for the beginning. Oh yes, so sorry, I didn't finish the crowned cat, which is my sneaky little tarot themed cat. And of course, I always view cats as protector spirits and guardians of our heart. They were guardians of the spirit world in ancient Egypt, but today they love and protect us and keep our hearts safe. And this one has this crazy gorgeous jasper stone on the back that is just so dramatic and matches the blue tourmaline beads just perfectly. I do have a show special for our crowned cat. It's normally $1,800. But tonight it is $1,600 with layaway at $400. And you can see it's a little bit on the smaller side. Let me play the video. There it is out in the sun with that beautiful, really unique stone. And you can see that I've actually done a little texture on the cat fur, just to create a more long-haired effect. And there is our jasper on the back. Oops, wrong camera. There we go. Yes, here's our cat on. I said, yes, great. I said the price for the crowned cat. Okay, we're almost through with tray 2. We have 2 more pieces. I think Artemis was next. Speaking of cats, Artemis, or also known as Diana, was the Grecian goddess of cats, of animals, of the forest, of the moon, of women's healing, of the hunt, of the forest. She was the goddess of it all. So she's holding her little cat companion. She has a beautiful purple jasper on the back here with a little amethyst accent and amethyst beading here. And she's one of my classic pieces where I actually etch the face completely by hand, and she's these type of faces where they're like looking at you with both eyes, where it's like not a profile, are always the hardest to do because you have to get their expression like exactly right. But I really like how this one came out. She has a really sweet expression. And I love Artemis because she is a wonderful blend of the soft and the strong. Like she could be very gentle. She loved animals. She loved women's healing. And then she could be really strong and badass. Like if you came into her forest and shot her animals, well, you're probably not going to leave. So I like her because she feels very much like modern women of today, where we are working on being both strong and soft. With sort of both sides of that energy. So as a classic piece, she has a slightly underpriced pricing. She's one of the ones that's going to be going up over time. But for now, she is still $1,200, and her layaway will be $400 a month. Once this one's sold, she'll go up to $1,400. And here she is out in the sun with that beautiful purple jasper. I really love doing her with purples. And for a while, my stone cutter had a lot of this purple jasper, and it was awesome. But now he is out, and I was like, oh, could I get some more? And he was like, sorry. So enjoy the purple while it lasts. I really love using it. Okay. And our last piece of tray 2, and then I'll do a quick recap, is The Book Lover. And this is a piece I made that is loosely based off Jane Austen, if we have any Austen lovers in the house tonight. She is reading her book in the Regency style gown. And of course, she reminds us that there's nothing better than a good book, and books can take us places that really nothing else can. So she is all about the magic of reading and the transport that books can take us to. And she is set on this gorgeous malachite. This is just such a beautiful stone. It's really bright green with then I did matching chrysocolla beads to match the malachite there. And let me try her on. She's actually not that large of a piece. She's pretty similar to Artemis. Yeah, almost exactly the same size. I consider Artemis one of my sort of small to medium pieces. Let me play her video. Here she is out in the sun with that gorgeous malachite. It's a malachite that has a little bit of like teal coloring to it with the green, which is why I felt like the chrysocolla beads matched really well for that. And I do have a really, okay. So normally I do show specials, and some are good and some are like reasonable, and then some are really good. So she has been around for a while. I really want her to find her home. So I do have an insane show special that will literally only be for this show. I will probably change my mind and raise her back in another show. But for this show only, she's normally $2,500. I have previous show specials. I have done $1,990, but tonight I'm going to do $1,890. Her layaway would be $473 a month. And that is a super insane price for her. So, I just want her to find her forever home, because everyone's always telling me how much they love her, but no one has actually bought her yet. So I want her to find a good home, and possibly tonight is that night. So let me know. Only for this show. If you're watching the replay, fine, but then it will go back. Oh, good for Dickens Fair librarians. Yes, Christian is giving us suggestions. I like it. Okay, let me do a quick recap of all of our trays. Just going to double check that everything. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So just a quick recap. I'm Kelly Morgan of Kelly Morgan Jewelry. If you are joining us, I have been in business for 21 years. I make all of these pieces completely myself with these two hands. And tonight we are talking about 30 of them. We have gone through 20 pieces, 2 trays, and we have 1 tray left. And then we'll do questions and answers at the end if you want me to compare different pieces, or you didn't get to see one and you want to hear more about it. So tray one, we have sold the Selkie Maiden. We have sold the Song of the Seals. We have sold Roar of the Tiger. We have sold the Starry Orcas. Goodness, we sold a lot. We have sold the Art Nouveau Mermaid. We have sold the Star Drops. But we still have the Dreaming Whale, the Cathedral Window, the Dreaming Moon Window, and Rhiannon, the Celtic goddess of magic and horses. And then on tray two, we still have Tenuvial, the Elf Maiden, Beauty from Beauty and the Beast, the Cosmic Whale, the Purple Rabbit, the Celtic Unicorns, the Queen of Hearts, Pele, the Goddess of Hawaii, the Crowned Cat, Artemis, the goddess of animals, and our book lover, who we just were discussing. And then we're about to head into tray three, where we'll talk about Circe, the sorceress, the Lady of the Lake, Lady Liberty, Calliope, the Muse. I actually have a really good show special on Calliope, so coming soon. Odette, the Swan Princess, the Black Swans Beneath Her, the Masterpiece Kuan Yin, the Luna Moth, the Ocean Glass Mermaid, and the Bluebell Fairy. So that is a quick recap. And just as a refresher, you can ask me questions at any time. And once the price has been said, then that piece is fair game. So even if it was shown on tray one a while ago and no one bought it, if the price has been sold, someone can buy it mid tray three. So, all right. That tiger is amazing. Oh, thank you, Kate. Yeah, I thought the tiger design was really fun, really different. But I had a lot of fun making it, and the stone was like a perfect orange that matched it like exactly right. So I was really happy with how that came out. Okay, we have Circe. Circe is the sorceress from, of course, the classic Iliad and Odyssey stories. She was a goddess who lived on the island of Aegea and basically formed her own world. She was a magician, so she basically was sort of, I think of her as like a forerunner to today's very independent woman, where she did everything. She did astronomy, astrology, magic, herb lore, folklore. She was just this incredible woman. So here she is casting a spell out of her bowl, and the smoke is turning into a snake, which is the Native American medicine animal for healing. So she was also a renowned healer. So this is a wonderful piece if you are a little bit of a medicine woman, or if you are going through anything that requires a little healing, whether physically or emotionally. Circe is a wonderful goddess to work with. She is set on this gorgeous little fire agate here that has like these literal swirls of fiery red in with the like translucent quartz. And then, of course, the matching natural pearl beading with a garnet stone here. Let me try her on for you. She is one of my classic designs. She is still priced at $990 with layaway at $330. She has been priced at $990 for 15 years, 18 years, far too long. Sometimes I try not to think about these classic designs too hard, because then I'm like, oh no, I need to raise all the pricing. But she's still at $990. She's going to stay at $990, since I like to have a few necklaces at that sort of, that's kind of now my entry point for the goddess necklaces, as silver and gold have gone up and up and up, but I do like to keep some of them the same. So she is still attached to her. She's you can tell the older ones because they're attached to the beads are attached to the pendant permanently, whereas the newer ones I've started to put bails on so you can kind of swap chains. But here she is out in the sun with her beautiful fire red agate there, which also has some purple coloring. You can kind of see like in the outdoor light, the purple and the red both come through, which is really beautiful. So again, she is one of my few pieces that are still at $990, with $330 as the layaway.
Ash, the
Question?
gemstone chain comes with the Selkies, correct?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
great.
Gemstone Change comes with the Selkies. So great. Jennifer, yes, that price is a steal. I'm not going to lie. If I remade any of these classic designs now, they would probably be twice the price, but that's okay. And speaking of classic designs, we have the Lady of the Lake up next. This one is the Lady of the Lake who gave Excalibur to King Arthur. She was the high priestess of Avalon, so she is holding Excalibur on her horse. She has the swan to symbolize royalty with a little tiny crown on that swan. And then she is on this beautiful, very, very, very dark green. It's basically black, but there's a tiny bit of green to it. Jasper, which just had a very magical feel to it, sort of like entering a dark cave, and then there's like crystals in it. For those of you who've read the Crystal Cave from the Merlin series, I always really loved those books. And then she has these raven wing pearls, which are silvery and purple and sort of flash different colors in the sunlight with a little opal, a little fire opal at the top there, because I wanted her to have sort of a very magical stone. Okay, let me try her on. She is a larger piece, and she is priced at $19.90, with her layaway at $4.98. And once this piece sells, I'm not going to be remaking her like kind of on my own. She'll still be available on the website if anyone wants to special order her, but this is the last one I'm kind of going to make, just without it being commissioned, basically, since yeah, it's super elaborate and a lot of work. Here is her video out in the sun. Find it. There we go. So you can see that really beautiful dark jasper there, with the fire opal kind of glowing red. And then on the back, yeah, it just kind of reminds me of like a dark crystal cave with a tiny little crystal growing in the darkness. So here she is, one of my larger pieces for sure. But one of my classics and my favorites. If you've ever read The Mists of Avalon, this was heavily inspired by the cover. So, okay, next up, we have the Art Nouveau Lady Liberty. She is holding her golden lamp here. She has laurel leaves in her hair. And this Lady Liberty symbolizes the true spirit of America, which is
250.
Happy 250.
Happy 250.
Oh, happy 250th anniversary. Yes, it's true. Our true democratic values, which are welcoming and loving immigrants and refugees, they are who we originally welcomed to our shores. And so this piece proudly proclaims that you too love how does the poem go? It makes me cry every time I read it, but it's basically, give me your poor, give me your wretched, yearning to be free. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. And so here's her golden lamp with her little candle of hope flickering. She has this gorgeous stormy blue sodalite stone on the back, which is just a perfect metaphor if I've ever seen one. It's a stormy time. But she has the beautiful lapis chain to match. And yeah, I love wearing her as a symbol of hope and a reminder of what America once was and could be again if we only acted through love and compassion and kindness. So here she is on. How many times you've read Mist of Avalon? Oh yes. Oh my God. Yep. It's such an addictive read. It's so huge. I can't believe I got through it in high school and then like again in college, because it just goes on forever, but it's really addictive. Here is Lady Liberty on, with her very sparkly blue lapis beads. I do have a video of her out in the sun. Here she is with that beautiful blue sodalite shining from behind her. Yeah, it's just such a gorgeous sort of stormy stone on the back. And she is, let me see, she is priced at $2,400. And then her layaway would be $480 for our wonderful Lady of Liberty, who reminds us of the 250th anniversary of America and our original values. Again,
And it comes in lovely blue.
comes in lovely blue. Anyone picking up this? Yes, great. Um, Next up, we have Calliope. She is from the ancient Grecian muses. She was the goddess of epic poetry. So I have her with a little manuscript in her hand. So if we have any writers or poets here, or artists in need of inspiration, Calliope is a wonderful muse to follow and call on for inspiration. She has a little brocaded dress and solid gold hair, which was made before gold tripled in price in 5 months. So I used to be able to make their hair all out of solid gold, but not so much anymore. She has this gorgeous rose jasper on the back that has this beautiful, like, I don't know, it just looks like angelic heavenly rays slowly wafting down to inspire you. So yeah, detail on her sleeve. It was a lot of work, but I love doing brocade where I can. She's a little amethyst at the top, and then these beautiful rose tourmaline matching beads, which just look how perfectly they match the stone. Like, I feel like someone painted these beads for me, but they didn't. They're completely different materials. They match so perfectly. I love it. And I was talking earlier that I had a really good special for her. She normally does not get a show special because her hair is solid gold. But like the book lover, I've had her for a little while. So she would normally be 2,400. And that's what she is on my website. But tonight I am going to do 2,200 for her. With layaway at 550, and her design, similar to the Lady of the Lake, will probably get semi-retired after I sell this one, in that I'll only sell her if someone like commissions her off the website, just because she has the older beading, and I want to transition stuff to the more the bales where you can kind of swap chains. Here she is in the sun, with that beautiful golden hair and that really soft rose jasper there. It's such a pretty color on the back. I love it. I can't get the rose stone anymore, alas, but maybe someday. It will pop back up. I'm always hoping I'll find like an old stone cutter who has like a vintage collection, and he's just so excited to sell it all to me. But it's been a while since I found a new one with some of the older material, so we can keep hoping. Okay, next up, we're going to go through our little swan area of the tray. I have both Odette, the Swan Princess, and the Black Swans. So first up, we have Odette. Here she is. She is from Tchaikovsky's famous ballet, Swan Lake. So here she is on the front as a princess with her little crown. And then on the back, she has transformed into a swan. This is one of my very few double-sided pieces. I really don't do these too much anymore. But I always have loved doing Odette. And she has these gorgeous black sapphires for the beading. They are extremely sparkly, and match her beautiful black onyx stone. And she is quite a small little piece. She is 30 millimeters, which I think is about an inch, slightly over an inch. Little circle, and she's very she's one of my first designs that I've kept making through the years, because she's so classic, and so she's very cameo inspired. I trained in Florence, Italy, with a master there, so I was inspired by a lot of the cameos that they were selling around me on the Ponte Vecchio, and she's one of my original pieces that sort of maintains that cameo feel. Obviously, I like really departed from that, and my things look a lot different now. But yeah, I still have sort of a couple classic cameo pieces. Let me show you her video. And she is one of my classic designs that's still priced at $9.90, even though she's double-sided. She's $9.90, and then her layaway is $3.30 for our beautiful double-sided Odette there. And the swan has symbolism in self-acceptance and self-love, because in Native American mythology, it was always considered the animal of or the bird rather of self-love. And then of course you also have the story of the ugly duckling, where the little duckling realizes that he was a swan all along, and accepts and learns to love himself. So Odette is a piece about love, whether self or the timeless story of Swan Lake. And then similarly, I do this beautiful black swan pendant. And this one is one of my masterpiece creations. The swans themselves are carved from mother of pearl, which you can see sort of flashing both green and pink there. Just gonna have to constantly refocus the camera. And then we have this Tahitian cultured pearl in the center, along with a mystic topaz as the accent stone. And then the Tahitian pearl is encased in 24 karat gold in a lotus flower shape with sterling silver backing. And then the bale itself is solid gold, with the wings being formed of 18 karat, 22 karat, and then back to 18 karat. So this is one of my masterpiece creations with a lot of gold and a lot of precious materials and a lot of work, but it is a really gorgeous piece. It has the black sapphire beading similar to Odette. And of course, it symbolizes, as we were talking about earlier, self-love and the power of self-acceptance. And I will try this one on. This is a piece that I learned how to encase that Tahitian pearl in the little lotus cup. I learned from my mentor, Heyoka Merrifield, who was the Cherokee medicine man from Montana. And so this was one of his designs that he really wanted passed on. And so I learned how to create it with him. I made my own. I have my own, and I wear it all the time. There's something about it, even though like it's very fancy. It just like I guess it's small enough and kind of goes with everything in terms of the colors, that I wear mine pretty constantly. This one is priced at $4,800, with the layaway at $600 a month, just because of its very precious materials and the time that it takes to create an elaborate pin system where I hold the Tahitian pearl in place there. So I really love this piece. I think it's really sweet. I did play the video, I think. Yes. Christian doesn't remember.
I was
Okay.
actually in the other room.
Okay. I think I played the video. Let me know if I didn't. Okay, we're going to go through the rest of tray 3. We don't have too many pieces left. And then we'll do a quick recap, and you guys can ask questions or have me contrast and compare. So next up, we have the masterpiece Kuan Yin, and she is the goddess of mercy and compassion. So it is said that whenever you call upon her name, she will be there to answer your prayer. She's holding a little vase of love here to pour over the world. And she's set on this really gorgeous labradorite that has very, very bright, like golden color, and then a very kind of dark blue in the top, which I thought was perfect because it looks like her little vase of love is actually shooting out this beautiful blue ray into the sky there. And then she's beaded with matching labradorite. She is also a little bit of a smaller piece, similar in size to Odette, where she's like just about a tiny bit over an inch there. Put my mirror swans away. So there is our Kuan Yin. Here she is out in the sun with that beautiful dual colored labradorite there. I do have a show special for her. She is normally $2,400, but tonight she is going to be $2,200 with her layaway at $550 for that really gorgeous labradorite. And of course, she is a wonderful piece if you are needing extra healing, if you need a little bit of grace or compassion. Kuan Yin is a wonderful goddess to work with. She is very, very soft, very loving energy. So I really I really enjoy her. Okay, next up we have the Luna Moth. And this piece is inspired, of course, by the gorgeous Luna Moth butterflies. Or they're not butterflies, they're Luna Moths. They live only one day, so they remind us of the preciousness of savoring everyday little moments and living in the present. And this piece has a little labradorite here with a little golden moon on the bottom. And then, of course, it's the same silver on the back with a little crescent moon to let the light in through the labradorite gemstone here. And this one's really unique in that I actually made the strand with Figaro Figaro Italian chain, and then I added these tiny little labradorite spacers just to give it the beautiful little sparkle to it. So let me try this one on for you. I'll play the movie while I do. Here it is out in the sun and the flowers with its very sparkly labradorite. And this piece really symbolizes the moon, intuition, staying in the moment because of the Luna Moth, and just reminding us to really treasure each day as it comes. So this is a great piece if you are constantly living in the future like me, planning everything out. It's a good piece to help you come back to the present. So there is our Luna Moth with our little labradorite sparkles on the chain. This one I do have a show special for. It's normally $1,200, which it is on my website, but tonight it is $990, and then the layaway is $330. So that is a special off the website, special exclusive pricing for our live show tonight for our Luna Moth. And then we just have two pieces left. We have our classic mermaid. This one I also call the ocean glass mermaid because her stone just reminds me of it's not actually ocean glass, it's a moss agate, but it just looks so much like an ocean glass piece that you would find washed up on the beach, that we used to collect when we were kids, or at least I did. And here is our mermaid swimming through the sea. She has a little fire opal in her hair, and then matching moss agate beads with little golden nautilus shells on either side. And to me, mermaids are just these wonderful symbols of the feminine, because the mermaid can really range from the very soft and selfless little mermaid who's giving up, her soul for love, all the way to the sea sirens who are merrily dragging sailors down to the depths. And I just really feel that they really explore the full gamut of what it means to be a woman. So I love mermaids. I always have to have at least one mermaid piece in my show. So this time it is the ocean glass mermaid. And she's another classic design. She is still $990 with her layaway at $330. And then I do have a video. Here she is out in the sun with that gorgeous green agate. It's so pretty. Or sorry, moss agate. Which, yeah, just really reminds me of a beautiful piece of ocean glass washed up on the shore. All right. And then finally, we have our Bluebell Fairy, the last piece we're going to talk about tonight. This is a really special piece. She is on this stunning purple charoite stone, which is just incredibly gorgeous. So purple, really beautiful. It almost shimmers a little bit like tiger's eye when you get it out in the sun. And I matched it with amethyst. And then we have her little bluebell flower that she is holding, which in the language of the Victorians means love. So they are in the shape of little hearts. And just like the Queen of Hearts, I snuck in a little rose gold heart with a 22 karat gold heart and an 18 karat gold heart. She is wearing a little traditional bodice with a little diamond at the base there. And yes, she is our little fairy who has come to grant any wishes you may have, and celebrate the power of love in all of its forms. She is normally priced at $2,900, but I have a super show special for her. She is $2,500 tonight, with her layaway at $500 a month. And she is going to be a one of a kind design. So once this one sells, I will not make another. She is a one of a kind. Let me try her on while I play her video. There she is out in the sun. You can see that it's like this gorgeous royal purple color that Cherry White is with that. Yeah, it's almost like brighter under the indoor lights. It's like a lighter purple, and then outdoors it's sort of that darker purple, that's why I always put the videos of the outdoors in, because it just really shifts. Some of the stones like totally change color depending on if they're indoor or outdoor lighting. So here is our Bluebell Fairy on her amethyst chain. And yes, this is one of our few one-of-a-kind pieces that I occasionally like to throw in there, just as very special pieces that will only be made once. Sold Queen of Hearts from our C Squared, whose real name I still don't know, but I'm going to find out. So yay! Oh, I'm so glad. I love that piece. I do. Oh, it's Christine.
Christine Corrado.
Yes.
She's bought something from you before.
Yes. Okay, awesome. Hi, Christine. I've outed your real name. I probably shouldn't have done that. Sorry. But yay. Oh, Queen of Hearts. I'm so glad. That is such a gorgeous piece with a really beautiful that poppy jasper on the back is just so gorgeous. I think you're going to love it in person. It is just stunning. So I know you already filled out a form, but if you can fill it out again for the Queen of Hearts, that would be amazing. kellymorgan.com/thank you. And yay, round of applause for all of our patrons of the arts tonight. You guys have been super awesome. We have sold a lot of pieces, and we're going to do a quick recap. If anyone is sort of joining now, I don't think we have too many new people, but basically I'm Kelly Morgan of Kelly Morgan Jewelry. We just talked about 30 necklaces that I have made, and let me tell you what is still available. And this is the time of night where you guys can ask any questions. So if you're like, oh gosh, I really liked that piece from Tray 1, but I wanted to compare it to a piece from Tray 2, just comment, be like, can you go over Circe or Lady Liberty again? So while I'm playing the Tray videos, just think of the pieces that you like, and then just comment like, oh, hey, can we revisit the mermaid again? Like, absolutely, this is your time where I'm happy to like try on pieces and answer questions. And if you missed a piece that you wish you had been on for, I'm happy to talk about it. So without further ado, here is Tray 1. We have sold a lot of the new pieces. So we did sell the Selkie Maiden. We sold the Song of the Seals. We sold Roar of the Tiger. We sold the Starry Night Orcas. We sold the Hummingbird. We sold the Star Drops, but we still have the Dreaming Whale, which again, I'm kind of shocked because I love that design so much. We still have the Cathedral Window. We still have the Dreaming Moon. We still have Rhiannon, the Celtic goddess of magic and horses. And then Tray 2, we still have Tenuvial, the Elf Maiden, Beauty and the Beast, the Cosmic Whale, the Purple Rabbit, the Celtic unicorns. We did just sell the Queen of Hearts below them. We still have Pele, the goddess of Hawaii, the Crowned Cat, Artemis, the goddess of animals, and the Book Lover, which did have a super show special if anyone missed her. Tray 3, we still have Circe the Sorceress, the Lady of the Lake, Lady Liberty, Calliope the Muse, who also had a rare show special, Odette the Swan Princess above, and the Black Swans below her, the Masterpiece Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion, the Luna Moth, the Ocean Glass Mermaid, and the Bluebell Fairy, who also had a really good show special and is one of a kind. So,
Direct message.
You have a direct message question. Yes.
I wasn't in the show, but the California Poppies or the Rainbow Snake?
Those are both sold.
Those were both sold?
Yes,
Okay, well,
yes. The poppies sold right away. And then I will eventually probably do another snake, but I haven't had time because it has been a super busy summer.
Right.
You can order a snake off the website, I think.
Okay.
I think that's one of my staple pieces.
We can
So
message them after the show.
yeah. So let me know, does anyone want to see any pieces again? I just kind of put two random pieces here because the camera does not like it when there's nothing in the jewelry cam. I guess I can just focus on me. There we go. Yes. So let me know if you want to see any other pieces that I went through just now, or if you missed anything, if you came in late. I'm very happy to show anything again. If you have any questions for me, this is a great time. Ideally, ask those questions now. I do have sometimes people like to wait after I get off, and then I have to send out a bunch of invoices and answer questions at the same time, and it can be a little overwhelming. So if you have a question, ask me now. Did we get all of our invoices, Christian?
I mean,
As much as we need to.
Christine is going to give you another one now.
Yes. I
And
think Christine is working on it for
I
Queen
think
of Hearts.
we're
So,
pretty good here,
okay. So basically, if you, Christian may have sent invoices out over the course of the show. So please check your email for those and try to pay tonight. That would be great. And then after the show, I will sit down and send out the rest of the invoices. So you should be getting those in about 15 minutes after the show ends. Just keep checking your email. And again, if you can pay those tonight, that's great, because I love to go to sleep and it's all taken care of and wrapped up. Other than that, if we don't have any questions, I'll go over the trays one more time. And then we'll retire. Okay, guys. So last chance. Again, if you want to have any questions about these, this is your time. So tray 1, we've sold the Song of the Selkies, or the Selkie Maiden, and the Song of the Seals. Roar of the Tiger we've sold. We've sold the Starry Night Orcas. We've sold the Art Nouveau Hummingbird. We have sold the Star Drops. We still have the Dreaming Whale. We still have the Cathedral window. We still have the Dreaming Moon window. And we still have Rhiannon, the Celtic goddess of magic and horses. Tray 2, we still have Tinuvial, the Elf Maiden, Beauty and the Beast, the Cosmic Whale, the Purple Rabbit, the Celtic Mirror Unicorns. We sold the Queen of Hearts. We still have Pele, the goddess of Hawaii, the Crowned Cat, Artemis, the goddess of animals, and the Book Lover, who did have a super show special. We still have Circe the Sorceress, Lady of the Lake, Lady Liberty, Calliope the Muse, who also had a really good show special. Odette the Swan Princess we still have, and the Black Swans beneath her. The Masterpiece Kuan Yin, who is the goddess of compassion and mercy. The Luna Moth, the Ocean Glass Mermaid, and the Bluebell Fairy, who also had a really super show special and is a one of a kind. So last chance for any questions about any of those pieces. And otherwise, I will get to everyone's invoices right now, and I will see you. My next live show isn't until September, and then we'll be on YouTube and Facebook. But I will have an email coming in August with some new pieces there too. So expect to see some of the old favorites that we just went through and a few new ones too. So thank you. And oh yeah, get on the email list. You can go to my website and join, because that's a really good way to see the emails, because the emails are not shows. I do not go online. They just go straight to your inbox, and you get to see photographs of all the new pieces. So definitely get on the mailing list. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. I'm so excited to get all your new pieces out to you. And thank you again for all of your support of my artwork. I deeply appreciate it. This is how I make my living. I do 6 live shows a year and 3 emails, and that's it. So it is a wonderful that I get to connect with all of you, and that you love my work. So thank you again, and have a wonderful night. Good night.